Hey crew, what's going on? Good morning. So I wanted to pop on and do a clear view reading for the next 2 weeks. So we have our cards out in front of me and I'm just going to start tapping in and channeling them. But if you'd like to see them, we have our first week up here, okay, and the following week over here. And these energies, oh, ears are ringing. Spirit's ready. For the group of Patreon and all of its members, focus of intention. Okay, so right away I pulled from the Oracle of the Unicorns deck. I love this deck. And we have for this week, our focus of intention is going to be strength. So they're telling me that because there's a lot coming in and there has been a lot on the forefront and in the works, that people have been reaching achievements and goals, and to reach that higher understandings of themselves, there is this need in this time for a stillness this upcoming week. So I'm feeling like things have been slowing down, just this general overall feeling of slowing down. Half my head is chopped off there. Slowing down, and then I'm also taking inventory. They're pointing to the mind and heart, so mental inventory, and I also feel like it's that battle between the head and the heart. Always lead with the heart, and that really makes a lot of sense because the next card is win or lose. So I feel like this has to do with a lot of relationships of all kinds, romantic friendships, business partnerships. Actually, I'm getting you see husband and wife, like marital type of situations. I feel like they're actually bringing this in because there's going to be some resolutions. I'm also feeling like cutting into clarity. There's going to be a lot more clarity on how you're wanting to move forward with these specific people in your lives, these relations, let's call it overall, because it is kind of every type of relationship, win or lose, like letting go, cutting out and letting go of things that you're just gonna not want to argue about anymore, or things that are just gonna kind of keep repeating. It's like this week, it feels like you need to start making your choices, like yes or no is the type of feeling that it has around it. And so that makes a lot of sense because our next card's coming in. Well, let's just show you. It's because there's a need for healing that this is all kind of occurring. And literally we have these cards in here of slowing down, healing, and postponement. So there's just all these feelings of things are just going to be slower this next week, over the next 7 days. And because there's that need for healing, there's a need for sorting stuff out, things that you once thought about, what's going to be important, what are you going to continue to carry into the future, what baggage is actually the word I'm getting, and what are you going to cut loose and surrender to, I'm getting. So that's interesting. It's definitely a week of strength. That is the overall theme here. So there is a need, and I feel like this is on different levels. Like I said, it's like you might find this situation with maybe your coworker, and it's maybe has to do with like a nasty email or something that you have to let go, and then you're a little quiet this week because of it. It's very subjective, or it could be something very big, such as a marriage or like a very important, strong union. Some people that have been together for a while, letting certain things go, sleeping dogs lie, or whatever the phrase is, comes into my mind. So, but this week, it makes a lot of sense what I'm getting, because it's actually bringing us to something very beautiful, and that is an adventure with love. So I think because we're putting these things to rest, we're able to have this relationship with ourselves, but also others. And it's going to be an adventure. I feel like there's going to actually be, because of that healing the prior week, there's going to be conversations had, things kind of figured out. And I also feeling internal conversations also, like conversations with yourself. Like, okay, what am I going to let go and what am I going to continue to hang on to and let bother me and this and that. That's the feeling that it has. And so bringing in love and transformation with it, I just feel like a lot of relationships in general are at a pivotal moment because there's an intensity. So passions are going to drive high. This might feel let's see, because I want to know how this feels for people. I feel like some people, it's also work. There's going to be a pickup at work, but also I feel like this pertains to love. But I really would like to see, let's see, yeah. It's because of a rebirth. So that makes a lot of sense because we have transformation here with our rebirth for the following week. So this is going to be an important week, and it's all because we take that leap of faith with love for ourselves, so first with others. I feel like it's intense. I feel like there's a lot of passion and a lot of energy behind it. I know a lot of you in this group are in some relationships, so that makes sense, and some of them are very passionate and intense. Things are going to shift. Yes, things are going to shift, and it's going to feel good, but it just feels passionate. So I think that there's going to be a lot of conversations had that week also. So that's really cool. That's really cool because it's like this week, upcoming week, is about figuring things out, letting go. I also see writing on paper would be really good, writing your thoughts out. And then it's like really like the next week, once that's done, it's like you kind of just move on and things just feel like a train then after that. It's like, okay, I figured out what we're doing. This is where I'm going. This is where I'm headed. This is what I'm taking with me. This is what I'm leaving. Bada bing, bada boom. You know, plain and simple. I wanted to also pull an affirmation card for us this week. Affirmations, I find they're transformative. Like, they shifted me so much during my first Reiki course and attunement, and it's something that I still always work with, especially for my solar plexus and my throat chakra. But lately a lot for the head, because there's been a lot of energy. I don't know about you guys, but there's a lot of energies out here in New York lately. It's just been more intense. I've been seeing a lot of spirit. I literally, when I'm telling you guys on Patreon, like I clear and I ground several times a day. I'm not kidding. Like, I have to do that because if I don't, I see it. I'm a objective clairvoyant, so I see spirit like you see you and I, and it follows me home as like a black smog or a fog, sometimes negative energies from people. Spirit's not usually always like that, but yeah, there's some nasty ones out there, but that's not all there is. So, you know, anyway, it's just important to clear your energy. So if you're feeling like very emotional or can't figure things out or really stuck in your head, start clearing the energy. Throw your ass in a salt bath. Like, people complain a lot, but there's a lot of things you can do. You know, there's a lot of solutions, I mean. So what do we need to hear? An affirmation for the next week. Ooh, it fell on my lap and then to the floor. Get on the floor. Oh, I like this. This is perfect. Because we're going to be doing some healing this week. Your inner child. That is so sweet. Because there really is nothing more nurturing than just being playful with yourself, doing something you love. I'll just tell you a quick example. During one of my rituals, you know, I asked my divine feminine, what do you need to do today to feel better, to feel nurtured. And the answer was clear: drawing and coloring. So I got my mandala book out, my markers, and went to town. I asked my divine masculine, what do you want to do? The answer was watch a comedy show. So we watched a funny stand-up, I think, of 3 comedians. One of them is Monique. I like her. She's funny. But anyway, do these things. Nurture. And I love it. It says, loving your inner child helps you remember you're innocent and recognize how much life loves you. Ask the child within, what can I do for you today? That's amazing that it says that on the back, because I was just telling you a example of me asking my divine feminine and my divine masculine, what do you want today? It's amazing what you would get once you actually stop and you ask, like, what are you needing? Or if you're at work and been working, is there anything you need, to your body? And you'll be surprised, you'll get answers like, I got an answer like I needed protein, and I didn't even know that. Let's do an affirmation for the following week. That's for this week, upcoming week. A lot of healing. It's a slow moving week, and then it picks up big time the following week. Oh, that's so perfect. Oh, wow. Okay. I am open to receiving love. That cannot be more perfect, because love wants to come in. Love wants to come in. Knock, knock, knock. Let's see. I am open and receptive to love. It's true. It's like, what do you really want? What do you really want? Are you going to settle for this, or keep striving and getting what you want for that? Are you receptive to your own thoughts, to your own wisdom of what you're needing? Because I find that a lot of us get a very nostalgic of the past. And when we talk, like, that could sometimes, I feel like, be our worst enemy. It's not helpful. It's not helpful to remember, oh, the look on his face when he did this, or the way he talked to me when he did that. I'm not naming one specific person. I'm just saying, like, I think us as women and human beings and sensitive beings, I think we all do that. And to kind of take a little bit of a perspective like the angels do, and taking the emotions out of it, because spirit's not highly emotional. That's more of a human thing. So just really letting go. It's really about that letting go of the baggage, the bulky stuff, the stuff that's dark, the stuff that it's just not needed anymore. Like, cut it out. Don't either like shit or get off the pot type of feeling. Like, stay in the relationship or leave. Take care of yourself or don't. It's like that type of feeling. Let me just read the back of the card. This is so nice. Life is always trying to love you, but you need to be open to see it. Complete this sentence. I could make an effort for I could make it easier for life to love me by on the blank. Oh, can you see? So that's really beautiful. I love that. Keeping these two in mind are going to be very important. So, wow, I love that, though, the inner child affirmation for that, for this upcoming week, for healing, because we always revert back to our childhood wounds. And our inner child is so smart. They have some of the most best advice I get from my younger self, let me just say. It was so smart and so creative. Excuse me. So allow it in. Just allow the flow. That's the general advice I'm getting, is just surrender to the flow. The next 2 weeks, just go with it. Don't think so much. There's a lot about the crown chakra, a lot of energy up there, a lot of thinking energy. It's like almost that feeling of like it's exhausting to think anymore. So I feel like a lot of people are just thinking way too much. And just stop. Just be in the moment. And, You know, just try to, you know what I think helps a lot is breathing, visualizing and being aware of breathing energy into your head and then just switching the colors around. Because I feel like also a lot of people are dealing with a lot of emotions, because that's why I'm feeling clearing is being so important. So like the salt bath, like I was saying, but also clearing, you know. If you don't know how to clear, reach out to me. I put a lot of content of substance and value into Patreon in these posts. So if you ever have any questions, there's a messenger right on Patreon. So you can message me. I am not a Facebook person, so I'm not on social media all the time. So you won't get in touch with me there. Listen, I have tried. I'm just not a social media person. Not right now. Maybe in the future, but right now, no. So definitely reach out to me because I want to help. I have been there, you know, and I go through stuff at the, you know, the same time. So I'm right there with you. So I know how to help you. So you guys have an excellent week. Much love and many blessings to you. Ta-ta for now.